What's going on today, guys? Samurai War 17 here, bringing you another episode of Warframe. So, in our last episode, we ran the quest for, what was it called? The War Within. We completed the War Within quest. Since then, I have done a little off-screen grinding, just to kind of catch us up. I will mention one thing real quick. Before I do so, I do want to mention, if you are here, if you are watching the video, I would really appreciate if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, as it does help me with everything. So all of that does help if you don't mind doing so. And I did want to mention, so with Cephalon Suda,
Advancement imminent. I require
I
more
farmed some
data.
Forma so that way I can rank her up. But if you go and actually visit Cephalon Suda, she gives you the quest for the Soma Chord, which is this one right here, Octavia's Anthem, which is how you unlock Octavia. I actually forgot about that, so it kind of just incidentally happened because I was running a couple syndicate missions. I was trying to do a couple things, so just to catch you up on a few things I did, I was running some of the Nightwave just to try to get
North
further.
coming up next.
I did run a couple relic missions just because that was a part of it, and I got the Forma, which is going to be very useful, and also these ciphers from a junction. Ciphers are very useful once you get them. If you craft them, they're awesome. They're very good for auto hacking. So whenever you walk up to a console, instead of having to hack it, you can just, you know, auto hack it. Another thing I did, I also, because I have been using Volt, I did also, let's just read this message first. Let's see. Razorback Cipher. Oh, cool, the events on today. Okay, we'll look at that here in a second. But with my focus, I did go ahead and run this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unlock this, and I think it's this one. Operator energy, no. First ability creates a well. 5 seconds, allies pass through the well, gain energy. I think that's the best one. Sorry if I cough a little bit too. I'm kind of getting over a little bit of a cold. Um, yeah, so we do have that. We can unlock those. We'll continue to be able to do so and upgrade them as we go on. But you always want to make sure you save, so that way it goes through. But I was able to do that. Let's go back here and grab this cipher real quick. Sorry about that, guys. We're girls. Now, with the ciphers, you can also go to the dojo and you could buy 100 pack of ciphers, which just makes crafting them so much easier. I would recommend doing that. Just to make things easier on yourself. Now, what was the other thing I was gonna do? I was gonna do one more thing. I did. Okay, wait. I did do this. So I get the Paris finally maxed out, so I don't have to use this freaking weapon. I might dismantle it at some point if I'm being completely honest, because it's not great. Um, did also notice. Yeah, I did want to get this upgraded a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, rank 4 is fine. I've been noticing that my energy total on my Warframe's been a little bit low, so I definitely wanted to do that. Well, Retribution, nah, I don't care about that. So that's all good. Now what we're gonna do today, let's see. The cipher's done. Let me grab that real quick before we start this mission. Oh, that's right, that's right. Let me do this. Cipher Razorback. Okay, so we need the cryographic Alu. So it's located on Mars and Uranus. Now the Razorback mission is another good mission. You definitely want to run these events as they come along, because they do give you, of course, work and catalyst. Maybe we'll work on doing that today, because the next quest, which is Rising Tides, is going to be a fun one. I might start going through some of these side quests that I have, like the Wave Riders, just get that one over with. That one's pretty quick. Deadlock Protocol, I should do this because I've noticed that I can't pick up the little... they drop these little like blue disc that you put into the consoles, like the little golden hands on the Corpus ships. That's where you actually put the disc and it opens up a portal to a different world. I'm not able to pick them up because I haven't started the Deadlock Protocol yet, so I might actually just knock these two out. Octavia, I'm not too worried about it. Octavia is a decent Warframe. She does come with invisibility as well as a taunt with her. She has a little like ball that rolls around and plays music, which could be kind of cool. Could be fun. I could put like a little song to it, which I might do. But then the other thing I didn't go over last time was we unlocked these Kuva missions. Now, you get a chance of getting Kuva, which is good for the Rivens, as well as Requiem relics, which are just other relics that you could crack open for. They give you these little like sigils that you put on your whatchamacallit, your Parazon. So you would get them and you would put them up here. There would be a slot for them up here that you could put them on. Oh, I should actually do this. Yeah. That's actually useful as well. But, oh man, sorry. Give me 1 second. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to make a video today because this cough is just getting to me. But let's go start doing the. Let's see. So what did it say? Venus and Mercury or Venus and Mars? I think it said Venus and Mars. So I think we have some quests that we could do on Mars actually. We'll go ahead and just do those. I think, did I unlock the destination? No. Let's just do this one. We'll just go through a couple missions, see if we could craft the Razorback options for the event that's going on. That way we could take advantage of that.
There is a large
It's just gonna be like a little exterminate, which is gonna be pretty easy, but I'm really thinking, I don't know, like I wanna continue doing the Let's Play. Just so it's here on my channel, so if anyone ever wants to go back and watch it. But I think what I'm gonna do is start making videos more tenured towards helping out the newer players, just giving advice like what the best endo farm is at this stage of the game, you know, what my recommended warframes are at the early stages, kind of stuff like that. Just because I think that'll be a little bit more useful than the walkthrough, but I do want to keep the walkthrough, like I said, on my channel and continue it and just kind of finish it out. Just one, as an accomplishment, but also two, just because it's still, I want it to be a resource for anyone to, you know, whether it's entertainment or useful to see like how I go through the story, how much grinding I do and whatnot. Just something like that. But I'm really thinking about trying to figure out how to put together a couple more useful videos that would help the newer players. I want this game to grow. Like I do, you know, there is a little bit of toxicity in the community right now, especially around trading. So if you don't know,
There's a heavy unit approaching.
when it comes to trading, a lot of people are kind of, you know, scalping's been this big thing around the world since the PS5s came out. And, you know, it evolved to more than just PS5s. You know, now Pokemon or trading card games are like really heavily targeted in that sense now. Heck, these guys are so far away, it's so weird. But what people are doing in the trading chat now are kind of, it's just kind of, I don't understand why people are the way they are in terms of that, because a lot of the stuff you could grind out, like they don't have to sit there and actually trade you for it. Now some of the stuff that might be vaulted, for example, of course, you know, I understand that having more value to it, but a lot of people are just taking advantage of players in this game right now, and you know, especially like the newer community. I think because Warframe had a little bit of a spike in the player base with some of the new updates that came out, people started taking advantage of those people who might be spending actual money on this game and basically taking their plat away just to give them, you know, it might be worth it in the sense of getting the upgrade, getting the mod, getting the Warframe or whatever, but it just doesn't seem right. And I will say, you know, just as a side note, you don't have to trade in the trade chat. You can if you want to, but it is a little toxic in there. What I would actually recommend doing is going to the Warframe Marketplace, which is, you know, if you go to Plat Checker, which I'll post the link down below. I think I already do post it, but it's a good resource to have so you can
Stay focused. There's a heavy
trade there
unit
because it'll
approaching.
show players online. It'll show their prices they have it listed for. It's like a market. It's like, you know, think of like Facebook Marketplace or like eBay, for example, where people, you know, have the products they want to sell and they put them on there for, you know, XYZ price, and whether you want to buy it or not, you can. You just say, hey, I want to buy it, and then kind of do the transaction that way. So you still do it within game. It's not like something where you could trade online. But it will tell you, you know, if that player's online, if they're available, what they have that for, and you know, there'll be multiple. I'll actually show y'all here in a second once I finish with this. They'll have multiple listings for it at different prices and whatnot. So this exterminating is taking forever. Thank you. Longest extermination ever. Can I extract now, please? Can I please extract? Please? Please? Do I have to get all the enemies out of here? Come on. I'm at extraction. I genuinely don't understand why it's not extracting me right now. I really don't want to have to abort the mission, but I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Going to extraction. 100 meters away. I am here at extraction. Why can't I extract? Do I have to go kill the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies that are still left? Like, the heck? You just died. Jesus. Okay, got those two. Just closer. These two. Oh, this game. It's like in a weird state because it's popping off with people who want to play this game now, but there's just a lot of things kind of starting to go wrong, which is kind of one of the cycles of the game, if I'm being honest. It's, you know, every now and then there'll be like a little dud update or, you know, something that's not the greatest or whatever for the game itself, not only just the community, but yeah, well, hopefully it lets me extract. I really don't want to have to abort the mission, but if I do, is what it is. Alright, I'm at extraction. Alright, here, while I sit here at extraction, I'm just gonna get this pulled up real quick. So, do this, you're probably gonna see my Discord, I'm gonna expose it, which is not great. Alright, let's see. Here. Oh, plat checker, yep, Warframe Market. Alright, so you come here to the market. And you know, let's say right now I wanted to buy Volt Prime, for example. Now you could do, this is Volt Prime blueprint. Let me do set just to give you an idea. So like this is if I was to buy the whole set. This is what people have it listed as. So the whole unit price for a full set of Volt Prime right now is 49 plat, which this is, let's see, 300's the max. Crazy. Like, why would someone buy this? But this is what people are doing in the marketplace. They're saying, hey, it's 300 instead of, you know, 49. You could literally message this guy right now and say buy. Well, they're willing to sell. These are also buyers, so these are people wanting to buy it at this price. So it's good for both sides. You could, you know, shift it for in whatever. This also kind of gives you like the market of what the price has been over time. So, you know, let's see. Volume. What was the highest price? Let's see. It doesn't go back past that. Okay. Well, it's because Volt Prime just recently resurfaced. It used to be Volt Prime used to be like 200 plat, but now it's down to, you know, 49 or 48. Like this is the market price right now as of January 31st. 48 plat. The median's 50, so realistically people are probably going to sell it for 50. So this is a good resource for that. I don't think I actually have this link posted in my descriptions, but I will be posting it from now on just so it's another resource you have. I'm going to have to just abort this mission. For whatever reason, it just didn't let me do it, which is, it's whatever. I don't even think I got any of the resources anyway. Yeah, mission failed even though I completed it, but whatever. So that's the resource you want to use, because right here, you know, if I go into trade chat, you know, if people are going to sell and stuff like willing to buy, willing to sell, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just want to test this out and see if I can test the theory. Willing to buy Volt Prime. And if you put EMO, that means private message offer. So basically give me an offer. I just want to see, test it out, see how many people actually respond and offer it. Oh, you look, Volt high, Volt 80, Volt 100. So like look at this. 120, 50. Like this guy's good. That's solid. But like, just look at all that. It's just nonsense. 60, 50, 120. Like this guy's insane. And I bet you, if I look at his profile, not even fully max rank, probably just scalping people. Like, what's? I just don't get it. They've played a total of 16 days in-game time. Like that's just insane. And it's people like this guy, that it just does that just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, this person saying 70, 60, 95, like, you know, why would I buy it for 95 when I could buy it for cheaper? Now, you will get multiple offers, and obviously you might get a decent offer here, like this person saying 50 plat. Cool. Great. There you go. You could buy it for 50 plat there. But 100, ridiculous. It's just like some people in this game are just crazy, and it just doesn't make sense. I I understand it's a marketplace and things can fluctuate and stuff, but when it comes to inflating the prices like that, it just doesn't benefit the community, and I think that's where the game's kind of in a like weird state right now. It just doesn't like, it's, you know, and I will say realistically, it's always kind of been like that. There's never been like a, you know, it hasn't always been sticking to the market price, but that's why I wanted to show you that resource, because now you're able to use that hopefully going forward, and if you're able to use that as a resource, you can kind of gauge on how much you're actually willing to spend, because you know plat's expensive.
Our position has been
It's not cheap
compromised.
by any
Defend
means,
the cargo
and
until reinforcements arrive.
I honestly just don't get why so many people like to take. It's just like the world in general. Like there's places, there's people in the world, there's a lot of things that people do take advantage of people. It just I hate it so much, and that, like that's been my goal with this, is to not take advantage of people, but to, you know, provide resources so people can enjoy this game a little bit more. And
We are readying reinforcements. Keep fighting, Tenno.
it's really hard to justify in the sense of, sorry, let me go back here real quick. I tapped out of my Streamlabs, which is where I'm recording from, and let me make sure I tie that back up. But you know, it's just how the world is. Like, to be honest, like I've mentioned it a couple times. I'm big on collecting Pokemon cards, and a couple shops that I'll go to sell my cards whenever I have either duplicates or excess amounts. One really good shop that I go to, he's always very transparent what he's trying to buy the packs or the cards at that set price for, you know, at the time. And then I have another guy that I've only sold to once, and he was actually the first shop that I went to. I went there,
Let's go on the offensive.
said, hey, here's all the cards that I have. I knew going in that I had at least $1,000 worth of cards if he bought them at 100% market price. Now, they're not going to buy them at 100% market price, but he basically offered me 20%. He only offered me $200, and I was like, hold on, buddy, what price do you have this as? And he was telling me like, oh, I got it at 60% value, which is pretty common for people to buy Pokemon cards, is like around 60% if you're selling them to them and you're not at a event or anything. So I was like, I think you get your prices wrong, because I could pull out 3 cards right here that are worth more than what you offered me at 60%, and I have, you know, 50 plus more cards. So obviously never went back to that shop. I was following the shop on Instagram, and I saw recently that they got robbed. Like, their whole store got robbed. Someone broke in, robbed the place, and honestly, I was kind of laughing about it. I mean, I'll be honest, that's kind of deserved, because this guy's taking advantage of kids who come in and try to sell their cards to get, you know, maybe they're a Charizard fan and they want to get that, you know, cool looking Charizard card, and he's only offering them 10% of what the actual value of the card is, instead of like 70% to be reasonable. I mean, it's just karma. Like, that's all it is. It's just karma. And I'm hoping that something like that happens to the people in this game that are doing that. There's no like monetization in terms of the trade chat, because it's just an open market. It's just how it is. Like, it is what it is. But I just don't, I don't like people like that. I don't like people like that. Maybe it's just me with how I am as a person in general, because I try to be as
Very
nice as
impressive,
possible.
Tenno.
Like,
You held them all back.
I'm sure you could go back and look at one of my videos. I had someone comment on a video because I was going into the chats in here and just saying, hey, I've been making some YouTube videos, and, you know, check me out on YouTube there, for especially if you're a new player, because that's kind of what I'm trying to do here is, you know, let me close this. Close it again? No. Heck, why is it doing that? Commented on my video, right? Said, hey, what, like, you know, stop posting in the chat. It's BS. It's against terms of service, which, yeah, technically it is. No, I don't care. If they ban my account, they ban my account. Like, I'm not trying to be pushy about it. I'm not sitting here posting, you know, 40 different times a day. Like, I haven't even posted today. I probably won't. And usually when I do, I post it in the, like, the region chat, which is just basically everyone in the game. So, heck, people are so weird. But like it's just I don't know, it irritates me so much because like for me, you know, I went to the market the other day because I was thinking, well, with this Riven mod, I don't really need a Riven mod right now, and I wanted to make a video on, hey, like this is a quick and easy way to get, you know, a little bit of plat, whether it's 10, 20, 50, however much the market price is for them, which I don't actually recall. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. So, rifle Riven field. Okay, so it's only like 10 or whatever. I went in the chat and just said, hey, like I'm trying to sell this for however much plat. No one really made me an offer because it's not a high priced item. No one wants to spend, you know, X amount of plat or whatever. These are all buyers. Like I could go to this guy right now and say, hey, I'll sell it to you for 10 plat. He'll buy up to 1,000 is what he's saying right here. Like, cool, that's 10 more plat that I have to use on whatever I need. And that was kind of my goal there. But then that's whenever I kind of went down the rabbit hole of watching the trade chat, seeing what people were offering, and yeah, it just irritated me because it's supposed to be a community-based game, and like the community's been so good over time in general, but it feels like right now we're just in a weird spot, and I don't know. It's annoying, and I totally forgot to level her up too.
Advancement
But
imminent.
I don't get it. I don't get why people do that. It's just, you know, maybe I'm being a little bit
What
of a
are you
Karen or
curious
whatever you want
about?
to say, but I get the relic pack, whatever. You could sometimes get Aya from it, which is nice. Because what is the next rank up for it?
Advancement imminent.
Yeah, that sucks to have to do that. I did rank this up as well. See Aya, yeah. I knew that one was coming up soon. I'm gonna have to grind that one out, which very easy to do on you know, the world bounty. So if you go to like Deimos or Earth or Venus and run the bounties, you can get Aya from the drops and, you know, probably get a Warframe that you might not have, or some mods that you don't have, or other resources that you'll need down the road. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick little video here, just kind of talking about that with the market, and you know, maybe I'll make a little bit more elaborate video of it. I just wanted to kind of extend the series a little bit too. Kind of, I know we didn't really do too much in the series for the game. I just kind of went on a rant, but oh, that's good. The Titania's Pass is a good mission that we could do. Um, oh, I need to see. Did I even get any of the resources from doing that? No, of course I didn't. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to do a little research off screen to figure out how to do this event so I could, you know, run it a couple times for y'all and reap the benefits from it. So, as location corpus archwing units on Jupiter, Neptune when a Razorback Armada is active. Okay, I didn't read that part. I was reading this part. So, corpus archwing units, Jupiter, Neptune. All right, we'll see. So they're archwing units. So that means it's going to be archwing missions, which means we can't do Galea yet. Sabotage will do this real quick. But I mean, hopefully I'm being genuine when I'm saying what I'm saying. Like I understand it is a marketplace, and I understand, you know, people can control it however much they want, but my biggest point is I don't want you to get taken advantage of in this game. And you know, maybe you're watching this a year from now and it's toned down, or they've come up with a resolution for it, but it's definitely just annoying to see that. I understand, you know, people could take it into account, like, hey, I've spent this much time to get it, this is what I feel like the value of it is, and justify it that way. And like, sure, you can, but at the same time, it's like, you, as a player of this game, if you want more people to buy your stuff, you need to have a game where it's more welcoming to new players. And how is that gonna happen if you can't, like, you know, it's just I don't know. I'm ranting now. but get that one going. It's just it's really irritated me when I saw what I saw, and I just had to kind of rant about it, and
Most efficient, operator. Orders have located the next.
it just I'm just so irritated by it, if I'm being honest. It's annoying. It's not good for the game when you have people like that, and I honestly don't really see like a resolution for it. What the heck? To actually like shoot it by that? But yeah, I mean, hopefully that all makes sense, and I don't know. I'm just at a loss of words for people like that. Like, I get it. You spend the time in this game. Oh, I didn't even put the cipher. I was gonna show you how to use it, but I'm so.
Overdrive sequence in progress. This will take a few moments. Do not allow Alan's personnel to reverse the sequence.
This, make sure they're not on it. Yeah, so it's just sure you could tell like I'm just at a loss for words and irritated by it, but it is what it is when it comes down to it. There's only so much we can do as players, streamers, content creators, but yeah, there's always going to be people like that no matter what. It's just the way the world is, unfortunately. So, but I will say too, there's like there's a bigger issue with the whole plat thing and the market, because there's websites and people who can actually sit here and they can charge people real money basically for plat, and that's probably what those people are doing that are selling it at such a high price. And you know, they're probably finding people who are low mastery rank just to message them like, hey, you should get this is worth it, or blah blah blah, or this is a really good price. And it's like, you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you're paying attention to everything you can, using all the resources you can within the game. You know, even if you're just popping into someone's stream, just simply ask them like, hey, what, you know, is this worth it? Is this recommended? You know, why is the integrity not going up? That's what I want to know. The sequence should be going up right now, but it's not. Okay, there it goes. It's weird. Anyways, so that's, yeah. I won't talk his ear off, because I'm sure there's a lot to understand there, and maybe I'll make a more, you know what I think I'll do? I'll make another video right after this and kind of explain, you know, talk about the drama, maybe go in a little bit more detail, because it's just, it just irritates me so much. So, but if you stuck around for the video, I know it wasn't a very, you know, jam-packed video with entertainment, and I didn't really do a quest line, but in the next video I will be doing a quest line mission. We'll do the railjack mission, and I'll try to figure out what's going on with those Razorback stuff. Maybe I'll get some of those off stream while I'm ranting about it. So, but for now, if you stuck around, I do appreciate it. If you're still here, you know, leave a comment down below saying you're still here, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video. I will be making as much content as I can for y'all, and I do appreciate all the support throughout, and I look forward to seeing y'all next time. So, bye for now.